Jeff wanted to know, how do you select locations for long-term stays? How do you evaluate affordability compared to other locations? How do you select things like the country, city, and even the neighborhood to stay in? They are interested in long-term travel in the summer since it fits with the school schedule, but they need affordable, family-friendly places that they can stay for 4 to 6 weeks. So how would you help, Jeff?
Yeah, from personal experience, we initially started where we already had some local connections. I know not everyone, knows people in different countries, and that's totally fine. But even 2 degrees or kind of doing a shout out on social media of like, hey, do we know anyone in this place?
Right.
Which has actually worked for us, getting connected, to a place to stay in Denmark. But so starting with your personal interests, there are really no wrong answers. If there are regions that you're personally interested in, obviously you can start there. Another thing that we have talked about is like find someone with a similar travel style as you, because just because a lot of people love a particular destination doesn't mean it's going to fit with your own values and your travel style. So make sure that you're getting advice from people who like the same things or kind of have the same, pace of their travel or that kind of thing.
Wouldn't you also say that like Google searching using certain keywords might help you find like a potential traveler who has similar things? So if you're a family and you want to do long-term travel, so you can see I'm already saying some keywords, affordable family long-term travel, you might
stick that into Google.
You're
going to find tons of family blogs.
Exactly. And you're going to have to filter those. It's obviously not as, maybe a direct connection to somebody who you know personally. But that being said though, like we use those kind of keyword searches all the time, and it helps us to see like who's doing what. And oftentimes you'll find common threads that, maybe like, oh, everyone's talking about Hoi An, Vietnam. We should check it out.
Yeah, I feel like I found a lot of our destinations just from other bloggers who I knew, had some kind of similarity to us. And then I just pay attention to where they're going and if they like the place. Mm-hmm. Some other tools that we recommend, Nomad List is a website. I believe you might have to subscribe to see all the information, but you can see a lot in terms of it kind of gives scores for cost, weather, safety, and different aspects of safety, like is it LGBTQ friendly, is it family friendly, crime rates, they kind of break that down. They give you like a monthly cost of living on average. Another resource for comparing cost of living from one city directly to another is called Numbeo, like number with an O instead of an R at the end. People are like reporting on like coffee costs this much in my town and carrots cost this much. So you can kind of see those things side by side if you want to compare to maybe your hometown and you're just making sure that it's not going to be more expensive, or comparing two different places. Since you are traveling in the summer, and we know a lot of families are probably in the same boat, definitely obviously consider weather and the fact that it is peak season in some places, so there might be crowds or even higher pricing. So in that case, actually you might want to look in the southern hemisphere where it's winter. If you don't want to like pack your parkas, then look at places that are kind of eternal springs like Ecuador. It has good weather pretty much year round, or at least it doesn't get too cold and ugly, and it is also going to be more affordable.
If you can go to like Slovenia versus Italy, like I've heard amazing things about Slovenia, or even Croatia. Like we loved Croatia, and Croatia may be more off the beaten path than Italy. You could probably get some similar experiences. I love the food in Croatia, and it reminded me of Italy.
Well, now you say Croatia, in some Dubrovnik in the summer is going to be ridiculously crowded.
Sure.
But there are smaller towns throughout Croatia that people haven't heard of, like Šibenik. I would love to live there.
That's true.
Yeah, one more just point of reference, we have a post called How to Choose Your Next Digital Nomad Destination. And that really applies to workations, but also long-term travel. So that's kind of breaking down the steps of how we look at where we're going to stay, when we book, what thing that we book first, how we look for discounts and those kind of things.
So you don't suggest that people just like close their eyes and just like do this?
If you have money, you can do that.
Yeah, Jeff, please try that one day. Just go like this on a map and But yeah, hope that helps answers your question.